You ready, B? That was so cute to say, let's go get him.
Let's go get him. Okay.
Okay, one more time. You ready, B?
Let's go get him.
Two dope girls, yeah, it's a podcast. Two dope girls, yeah, we speaking all facts. Two dope girls, yeah, we got it, just relax. Two dope girls, hit like, subscribe back. Two dope girls, and we on it, never slack. Two dope girls, and we got each other back. Two dope girls, and we coming for the cash.
Two dope girls, and we all about a bag.
Dope girls.
Hi, LaDonna.
Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am here and ready to get started on this fly dope episode number
Yay.
2.
Episode number 2. We still here, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Okay, so LaDonna forget to do last week.
Girl, we forgot to tell the people who we are. We got so excited about episode number 1. We just went in and we didn't even know if y'all don't even know us. So
Right.
we forgot to introduce ourselves.
Okay, so I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
Since I'm the senior of the bunch.
Girl, please. Come on.
Okay, hi you guys. I am Grace. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana, born and raised.
Nola, baby.
Yay, baby, you heard me. I
I
don't
love
talk like
it.
that.
I love that. I love when people from Nola, baby. That's
Everybody's
it. I
like,
love
"Where's your accent?" And I'm like,
It's
get me
there.
mad. Or if I'm comfortable talking, then it's gonna come out. But I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, y'all. So hi to all my people in New Orleans. Hey, y'all. I am in my 30s. I am married. I have 3 kids. I have 1 in college. I have 2 younger ones who are my stepkids, but they're still mine. I married him, so I married them.
Absolutely.
There you go. But other than that, I'm one of the dope girls.
Hey, she put it over to me.
There you
I
go.
am one half of the 2 dope girls. I am LaDonna Allen.
Why you giving your whole government name?
Girl,
I
whole
just say
name.
Grace. Y'all ain't knowing my last name
I'm
unless you know.
LaDonna. I mean, if you go to any of my social media, you'll know my full
That's
name.
true.
It's no secret. So no problem. But anyways, I'm LaDonna Allen. I am from Birmingham, Alabama. B-Ham.
B-Ham.
I know ain't nothing special about B-Ham. I have no special accent other than I'm country, literally. But I am married. I'll be married for 10 years in November.
Ooh,
I know, November 9th.
congratulations.
I know, it's almost coming up. Thank you. I have 2 children. Parker is 7. Paisley is 2. They are everything to me. I went to Fairfield High School because I came up in Fairfield, graduated 2005. Yeah, told my age right there. But
That did not tell your age. 2005. I graduated in 2001, y'all.
so, and I went to University of Alabama. So Roll Tide. Other than that, I am half of 2 dope girls. And we so happy y'all came back to kick it with us.
Yeah, thank you for return, and thank you guys for all your positive feedback, all your positive words of encouragement. We really appreciate it because we were. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. I was running around like a chicken with my head off. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this.
Both of us. Yeah.
But it was not that big of a deal. You
It
guys
wasn't.
made the transition into this platform like completely seamless, and we super appreciate you.
Super appreciate you guys. Just for your love is everything.
Right. So cheers to us.
Yeah.
Cheers to you guys. We're gonna take a shot for you guys.
Y'all, she gave me this double shot. Let me tell y'all, that game last week had me on my butt. We had to stop, but we're gonna give y'all the real. We had to stop because my notes were like going up and down. So
I was like, LaDonna, are you okay? Are you okay? She's just, cause she just started giggling, y'all. She just started cracking up out the blue, and I'm just looking at her, and she's like, "Let's stop. Can we stop? Can we stop?"
I love it. I love it. You know we real. We're gonna give you the real, unfiltered,
Uncut,
raw.
just like this shot.
Oh,
We're gonna
yes.
give it to you neat. There you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to us. Cheers to you guys too.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, we got that in.
I can't even talk. That was disgusting.
Woo,
Okay, so you guys, we normally start off with a game. So this week, LaDonna made the game.
I did, like, off the top of the dome. It's actually pretty funny, but it has to do with a hot topic of ours.
Yes.
So the game this week is
Dun, dun, dun.
Name That Entanglement.
Because we're in the season of entanglement.
Entanglements, like, no, real talk. Entanglements have been happening before we even was thought of. We're just now naming them entanglements,
Well, Jada named an entanglement, and she really put the nail on the head with that one because
she did.
That's what it was, an
She
entanglement.
did. It was. I think we called it situationships.
Yeah, there you go. They had names before. It was a situationship before.
But entanglement is definitely the 2020 name, the new name.
2020 is a whole entanglement.
Man,
so.
what? Oh my God. You named that. You did that correctly. I like that. 2020 is definitely the new entanglement.
Okay, so the game entanglement. So just give them an example of what.
So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you little details about the entanglement, and you have to guess the people that it has to do with. Mm-hmm. Okay?
There we go.
All right. So I'll start.
Please do, because I had a real hard time, y'all. I'm really not...
Well, I bet you after the episode, we're going to be like, oh, man.
I could have thought of something.
Yeah, I could have did this. Or I could have. But it's all good.
Let's go.
Y'all help us with this. All
Please.
right. All right. So this first one, they were on a reality show.
Okay.
One was a stripper.
Okay.
The man is a mess times 10. He looks like a rat.
Oh, okay. Stevie J, Jocelyn, and Mimi.
And Mimi. That was an entanglement. We just didn't name it. We didn't name it, but that was entanglement.
That was a good one, LaDonna.
But you know what? She's always in entanglements.
Who, Mimi or Jocelyn?
Mimi. She's always in entanglements.
Girl,
she always, like, y'all cannot tell me that Ariane, I think that's her best friend, the one with the shortcut.
The light skin chick?
No, she was brown skin, real pretty.
I really
believe her and Ariane had, a situationship.
Really?
That's why she was so pressed when Mimi went bisexual. I think she was
Was she pressed?
Yeah, she was super pressed. Like, she was.
Girl, you telling me stuff I don't even know.
Yes, she was pressed. So I think Mimi just is she was. I'm sure she has grown and matured as of now. But then she was broken. She was very immature and insecure. So she allowed some things.
She was with Stevie J. I mean, he would make anybody
insecure. I think the Puerto Rican princess was insecure at one point.
And she was bad. She had all that work done, girl. She was bad.
I'm telling you, she's still bad. She's
bad.
just crazy.
She cray.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got one.
Okay.
Oh, look down, turn your head, because I know my laptop is...
Oh, I'm not even... Look.
Okay, so Mr. and Mrs. Smith is one clue.
Okay.
And she was a certain friend, quote unquote friend. And they were all in an entanglement.
You talk about Big Dick Alcina.
Okay, not that Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, you're talking about
and a certain friend.
A certain friend. Mm-hmm. Are you talking about Angelina Jolie?
Yes, and who else?
I can't think of the guy name.
How could you not
her
think of his
husband.
name?
I know he's so sexy, but I just hadn't seen him in a while.
Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt,
and
Jennifer Aniston. She is the friend.
Aniston.
You remember?
She took.
Yes.
I gotta watch these friends. Let me tell you something. My mama always told me. Mm-hmm. She always told me to watch my friends around my man. I don't know how true this is because I have a little trust
Watch
for
your
my
friends
friends.
around your man.
She's also like, ain't no reason your friends need to be sitting up over your house. They don't need to be spending the night at your house. Like, that's just my mama. You know, that's the advice she gave me. I understand the advice because, you know, your man can get in entanglements with the nanny.
Okay.
You know, with your friends.
But you have to know your man and you have to know your friends as well. You have to know, first of all, you don't invite any and everybody into your house.
True.
So if I had a friend that was like, look, I don't have anywhere else to go. Can I come to your house?
Mm-hmm.
If
I mean,
knew
wait,
this
are
friend-
you saying for like to stay for a couple of weeks or
No,
like
you
for the
only
night?
staying for the night, sweetheart.
Oh,
You
okay,
ain't staying for no couple
I was about to
weeks.
say,
No.
yeah, no. Don't ask
Sorry.
me. I have one
call your
friend.
mama.
I have one friend, and when she gets married, she's no longer able to stay for a couple of days. I'm just kidding. Okay.
He was so silly. Okay, your turn.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I got a good one. You might get this one, but that's okay. Let's go.
Okay.
So this one, we're going to hip hop.
Okay.
I'll give you that as a clue.
Okay.
He's one of the best executive producers.
Okay.
Of any of the hit hip hop songs back in the day. One is he owned the actual label. Mm-hmm. And the woman had the craziest voice. It's like so annoying.
Annoying like how?
I think I just gave it away.
I think
with
you
that.
just gave it away with that. So that voice kind of sounds or is reminiscent of Michelle.
Michelle, girl.
Okay.
She said she don't care. She gonna stay in the camp, honey. She's staying in the camp.
So Michelle, Dre, and
Mr. Badass himself.
Suge.
Yeah.
Suge Knight.
Yeah. You got
How
it.
can you forget Suge?
You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Yes. Okay.
So, this one is she's pretty. She
That could be us.
Dope, right?
Okay.
She's pretty. This was reality, from a reality show. One is a amazing dancer, also a singer. He's sung with a group, and he's done
It's a
solo.
guy?
This is a guy, the one that was in the group and a solo act.
Okay.
And the guy that is on the other part of the entanglement, he was in the group with him. That should have just given it away. That's all right. Mics are just going, you guys. We ready. Mics are flowing. Juice is flowing.
Hello, juices. Okay, for the juices. We're going back to the sex. Okay. Okay. He was a singer.
He did like this. Like, I know only our YouTube viewers be able to see.
Y'all, she's doing some kind of Marianne.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
April and Lil Fizz.
Lil Fizz. I don't know why.
I don't know how that
do you
happened.
Feel about that? Like, I have my feelings on that. I feel like if Omarion, a lot of people feel like she was wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, my thing is, if Omarion didn't want her, if this man stepped up and was there, then why is she supposed to not?
Are you for real?
I am for real.
No.
I am for real.
But they were homies.
When?
You in the group together, you homies.
That's
just
that
like
we're homies?
That's just like
Okay, escape. They weren't
No.
homies. They couldn't even get along.
they couldn't get along. That's
So,
true.
like,
but they were close. Y'all
They were co-workers.
close of a proximity.
They were that's just like somebody at work at our building, and they talked to you first, and then all of a sudden they came and talked to me. Like, we co-workers. Y'all thinking of it as they were best friends. They were hanging out.
I don't like it.
Okay, she could have definitely.
It could have been
but
somebody.
she was
but they're
very
not
vulnerable.
they're not even together. So
Yeah,
you
it
risk
sucks.
a
Two
relationship
relationships,
with
yeah.
like a good co-parenting, because you don't even know how that could have affected their co-parenting relationship.
I'm sure it affected a lot.
So that part, I'm just like, I would have never risked that because I don't want to risk the relationship that I have with the father of my children.
I agree. I get it. I'm actually with you. Okay. I would have not done that.
Okay.
But I get what she's saying. Mm-hmm. When you're in a vulnerable moment, when you're broken, when you're hurt, and that man gives you that companionship that you were missing from the one you actually wanted, you kind of latch on. As a woman,
I get that. Look.
And it sucks that it was somebody he was in a group with, but it happened. And that's what she was saying. It happened.
It happened.
Like, F y'all.
He shouldn't have crossed that threshold.
Yes.
She shouldn't have crossed that threshold.
True.
It was
an entanglement that shouldn't have happened.
It was an entanglement that shouldn't have happened.
Okay.
I'm going to let you finish these out because, LaDonna, you were doing... I
got
really...
one more that's good.
Do one more.
I got one more that's good.
Please. Because I'm loving this.
Okay, I have the last one. It's a good one, too.
Okay.
Okay.
All yours been good, so let's go.
Okay, so this one is a movie.
Okay.
Genre movie. So, okay, this one person was a football star. Mm-hmm. One person was like a nerd, and the other was an author.
A football star.
Football star. So let me give you the timeline of the entanglement.
Okay.
She was friends with the author.
Wait.
Yeah, you got it. Because we kind of talked about it last week, right? You brought
it was the week. Best man.
Yeah.
It was what's her name?
Mia,
Lance, and Harper.
That was a good one, right?
That was a good one. That was a good game. Okay, because I was like, I was like, I don't know how to get this. But when you threw the movies in there, because I'm thinking like real life relationships.
Yes.
Well, okay, you got me with that, girl.
That was awesome. But you know what? I brought that up. I thunk that game up because we wanted to bring up some current events,
some hot
topics. Mm-hmm. And one of our hot topics was this asshole,
scum of the earth,
whack,
super whack, so
bitch
trash.
Ass nigga, as you call
a
him.
Bitch ass nigga, ban.
Yes, Ryan Herring.
He got himself more in. It wasn't even an entanglement.
Mm-hmm. It was an entanglement. You have to call it that. It was a situationship that should have never happened. But women do things because we're hurt. Men do things because they dig his hard.
Yeah.
Like he had no reasoning behind doing what he did.
First of all,
what did he do? Let's start there.
Okay, he had sex more than once.
Yep.
With the mother. Well, his oldest son is the godchild of one of his best friends.
Exactly.
And he slept with the mother of one of his best friend's children. It just sounds messy. I can't even get it out.
Messy.
Like I can't. It sounds normal when you say right.
It's tea. For people like us, it's gold.
Because we can talk about it.
We can talk about.
But how trash is that for him to sleep with? Like you cross. We just talked about this. Mm-hmm. You're crossing a boundary that you shouldn't cross. That is off limits. It's taboo. Yep. Why are you going there? Why are you crossing that threshold?
Because they feel like they're not going to get caught. But you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught. Like, what is done in the dark will always come to the light. You took the words
right out of my mouth. They always say what's done in the dark is going to come to light. Especially if you're not remorseful about it. That is so crazy that you're texting this individual who you have a closer relationship with. This woman who is the mother of the kids of your best friend. Mm-hmm. Talking about what y'all were doing. That's crazy to me.
That is crazy. But you know what? I'm going to go deeper because that's just what I do.
Okay, do that. And I'm going to reciprocate. Come on.
I I feel like he didn't know his worth. He is so insecure because he gets in these situationships all the time. You got to go back to Rachel. He dogged Rachel. Like
Cat.
it's just, and what's Miss Cat?
Kitty.
Kitty Cat. She's
Kitty
such
Cat.
a cutie.
She is cute. I think
Is she Asian?
I don't
Like
know.
mixed? Okay, anyways. But anyway. Fuck that.
Yeah.
so okay. She's a super cutie. But Cat was probably the first one he dogged. But Cat was she was trill with her. She was gangster like deuces.
She was like, this is what he told me. This is what happened. I'm telling you as a woman. And I respected her for that. And it made me upset the way he tried to portray her as if she was
like she was trying to break them up.
Right.
Like she was trash for breaking them up. No, you're trash for leading her on as if you and Rachel are not a thing. Like as if y'all relationship is
you're
not tight.
on a platform where
It's
all of
going
these
to be
people
seen.
are going to see you.
You do not care. He does not care about anybody other than himself.
Right.
Period.
He doesn't. That's sad though.
That is sad. I hope Rachel with her fine ass finds somebody else that cares about her.
Right.
That's just like Joey Chavez. Is that her name? Chavez?
Who?
That's Bow Wow baby mom, the first one. Or he only has.
I think her name is.
She
Or
is
something like that.
bad.
She is.
Ooh, that girl's bad. Like if I'm gonna go to a plastic surgeon, I'm gonna take her picture. Period.
This is what I want. Just
Right there.
etch it right here.
Right
there. You
Can
go.
you put the abs in with it? Please,
And the tattoos.
Yep.
Just go ahead and just copy the
just
whole thing.
copy her whole canvas.
Copy paste. There you go. Copy paste.
But yes, girl, like I just don't understand why he continues to do the same exact thing to these women, and the women think that they're going to change the situation.
Oh, do you know? Well, a lot of women do that. Like we really do get into situations with a man, and you feel like you can change that man, and he's not going to do this with me.
Yes, he is, sis.
Yes, you
Once
ain't
a
special.
cheater, always a cheater. Once a bum, always a bum. Once a whack nigga, always a whack nigga. Period.
They can't be reformed.
Only Jesus can reform them.
Speaking
Only
of Jesus,
he can give them a transition.
So silly. I was about to say, speaking of Jesus, but we're gonna talk about GZ
What?
and this
Verses. Man,
Yes.
I'm so ready for verses. Like, I'm living for it. I'm
Are
both.
you?
I'm a fan of both T.I. and Jeezy for two different reasons.
But see, I'm more of a fan of T.I. more so than Jeezy, but only because
If
I
you had
like
to choose.
T.I. lyrically, but Jeezy
Man, Jeezy
in the
gets
club,
you right. Does he not? Like, I feel like I can be in the car and we can be on a road trip and I'm going to put on T.I.
right,
albums.
right.
And I'll be able to ride all the way
Because
to our
he got the
destination.
hits with Rihanna.
Right.
He has that more crossover kind of
Yes.
thing. So you could just
Yes.
put him on in the car with anybody.
But-
you can't put Jeezy on the car with
No,
anybody.
but listen, if I'm in the club, oh my gosh.
What you
my
playing?
my little bougie self gonna be like,
I love that song. I play that song
or
every time.
standing ovation. Yes, like I
snowman.
love me some Jeezy.
But,
These are more than raps.
but see, I like the Rubber Band Man.
I do too.
I like my top laid back.
Yes,
See, I like that T.I.
I love T.I. I even like the song he had with Justin Timberlake. Like,
What did he have with Justin Timberlake?
what's that, the name of that
I
song?
don't like Justin Timberlake
I
for
don't
real.
like Justin Timberlake. You a hater, man.
I think he be perpetrating.
Why you a hater? I like Justin.
I
So
ain't
you
no
saying you don't
hater.
like Justin Bieber?
Well, he be perpetrating too, but I like Justin Bieber. I like Justin Bieber. Bieber he love us.
Yeah, he love
He be
us.
supporting
I'm
Black
down-
Lives Matter.
I'm
So I
down
love
for-
Bieber.
I'm down for, I have some white people that are very close to me and my family.
Yes.
So
As do I.
Yes, we are the least we're like Trump. We're the least racist people.
We are not going to mention that,
That
idiot's
dumbass.
name.
Dummy.
Shout out to the dummies.
Right. That was our shout out to the dummies. That's funny. So yes, Justin Bieber, he's a cool guy. Like, I'm down.
I
for
still don't like
anybody.
Timberlake though. I mean, I like
Justin
Timberlake.
Timberlake.
I'm not gonna lie, because I like Cry Me a River. That was my
You
song.
know you like Cry Me a
I
River.
love Cry Me a River. That was my song.
But
Cry
look,
Me a River.
even though he got, like, you know, he didn't cross over and get him a black girl, but neither did Justin Bieber. But Justin Timberlake,
They don't have to get a black girl.
no,
for
but
them to
let me
be
tell you something.
for us.
The one that he did get, his wife, she got lips like a black girl. That's all that matters to me.
Which one? Timberlake or
Yes, Justin Timberlake.
Who is he married to?
Jessica. Is it Jessica?
I want to say
Biel?
Bill. Jessica Biel.
She is
I was
pretty.
like, she is pretty. I love
like
them.
black girl features.
I do like Jessica Biel. Is it Jessica Biel? Are you
Is
sure?
You know, we can look this up. You know, it's our podcast, so we can edit whatever.
I know her name is Jessica, but I do like her.
Yeah, it is Jessica. I think it's Jessica Biel, but we're gonna keep moving.
Okay, so LaDonna. You guys don't know, but LaDonna and I had a conversation about Megan Thee Stallion, because we were talking about Tory Lanez, and I don't even like to say his name, but whatever.
Yeah, we feel like him and Ryan here are like in the same boat. Like, we're just gonna push them. We're gonna put them in a little boat and like push them out to sea and
push
like
them out to sea with no life raft.
no life, nothing.
Fend for yourself.
Yeah.
So, so we were talking about how we hadn't seen Meg drop it low. Like we were been busting them.
Yo, we were in conversation like a couple of weeks ago,
right,
about this. Like, y'all, I feel very strongly about Meg Thee Stallion. One because I'm 5'9", 5'10". She's the same height. But I'm really jealous and amazed at the same time that chick got great knees. Now, this is something y'all don't know.
But she got 20-something-year-old knees.
I don't care. At 25, I wasn't dropping it like that. But I also had two surgeries because I played basketball since I was in the 7th grade. So I was a little jealous of her knees. So I'm also a little sensitive about her knees as well. Right. So I feel as if he messed up Meg's knees, I'm coming for Tory. I'm coming for him.
Coming for your head, son, because she was the one. Look, she inspired me to drop it down low. Like, I might need a little assistance getting up now. I can get down there, but it's the getting up part that's hard for me. Sorry.
Let me tell you something.
I got this left knee that's a little bad.
I'm really sensitive about Meg because, first of all, we have so many similarities. Like, we're both like 5'10", but the only difference is I've been playing ball since I was like in the 8th grade, so my knees are like messed up.
So you can't drop it like that.
No, well, hold on. Like, if my knees are, if I'm tired, you know, if my knees been dropping too much, because, you know, I work out every day. So if they're like out of commission, then I can't. But if they're rested and recovered,
then you can't.
I can do
that's
some
how I
things.
feel. My knee is a bum knee because I be running, and I need to really stop. If I really want to get that Meg stance going, I need to stop running.
Did you see the video though?
I did.
You know, I
want that workout. Sis need to put out a workout video or something.
She do, because she looks amazing.
She does.
I mean, she's perfectly thick. She's perfectly thick. Like,
in all the right places.
All the right places. I hope she continues to keep it.
Yeah,
I know it's hard, but she is amazing. I love Meg.
I do.
She is a savage.
Hey.
Classy, bougie, ratchet.
Hey.
Wait. Did you see Ivy Park?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
I want all of that collection.
Everything. Like, even the workout gear to like just the comfy pieces.
Yes.
Girl,
the little bikini, it wasn't even a bikini. It was like a little bathing suit thing.
It was everything.
I'm going absolutely nowhere because of COVID, but at the same time, give me a mask to match, and I will put that on, and I will go wherever. I love
Ivy
that
Park
collection.
Was everything. I mean, her last collection,
it was nice.
I love those burgundies, those
the wine colors.
Yes, that's one of my favorite colors. But this collection,
it's hot.
She stepped it up.
She did.
But what's so bad is I doubt we're gonna be able to get any because
Girl,
she sell out so fast.
It's gonna sell out in 0.2 minutes because you're gonna get on there, you're gonna put everything in the cart, and you're gonna think you're there, and you're gonna think you're at the promised land, and then next thing you know,
nope. Out of stock.
Out of stock.
Out of stock. I have a friend that probably has everything in the cart right now.
Really?
Yes. And she got some stuff last time when it sold out. I'm like, girl, how did you get as much as you did?
She must have had her laptop going, her phone going, and somebody else going, like in line for her or whatever. I don't know, but you know, Beyonce, if you want to send the, two dope girls something,
I'm gonna wear it and put my pictures up.
Have your people call our people.
We'll
just have them call me because we ain't got no people yet. We the people.
We're the people. For right now, we're gonna put that in the atmosphere. We're gonna manifest that we're gonna have a team.
There you go.
Soon,
but in the interim, so if you want to send us some, just call me, or if y'all want to send us some Ivy Park, just
let us know. We got you. But one of the things off of Hot Topics that I was kind of complexed about.
Okay.
Was the Red Table Talk. We all love Red Table Talk because it definitely brings up some issues that we don't necessarily think about all the time. Like, she's talked about things from like
her infidelity.
Yes,
her entanglements.
Her entanglements to, adultery. How do you come back from fidelity? She's talked about literally
child trafficking, rape. I mean, they talk about really deep issues on the Red Table Talk.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it. Yeah. But this week she talked about basically the gray area of sex consent.
Right.
And honestly, I've never had to where I did not give consent for my sexual activity.
Likewise.
Right. But as I watched the episode, I could understand where the gray area could come from. And one thing that had me baffled is because Willow said that Jada talked to her as a young girl, as a child, about how to handle these situations. And she said she had her she talked to her about it. She gave her awareness to the point where she almost felt like men were dangerous.
And that's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
Because you do want to give your children the side of sex that is a reality, which is it can be dangerous. And the person who is pursuing you can be dangerous, but you also want to give them the side where they have a voice in like their sexual desires and their sexual activity. Because I know when I was always talking to my son about sex, I always let him know it, and I talked to him about sex at different stages in his life.
Okay, that's a good point. I'm gonna let you keep going.
So when he was younger, I talked to him because he came to me and he was like, "Mom, what's oral sex?" And I was like, "Oh my God.
Oh my God."
I'm talking to him about sex, how sex happens, how you can get STDs and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And he's so young and he's just in tune. And he was just like, but you still didn't tell me what oral sex was.
Yeah.
So I had to explain it to him. And he was like, I don't want to do that. And in my head, I'm thinking about, just wait.
Add 10 more years and then tell me what you think.
just wait a while.
Keep living. Just keep living. Exactly.
So I talked to him about sex at that stage because he was just wanting to know because he had heard that. So as he got older, I talked to him about sex. And even as a young adult, I talked to him about sex and consent.
Right.
Because I'm like, look, son, if you are going to have sexual relations with a young woman, even at the point, if you are about to penetrate and she's like, I don't want to do it, you need to stop.
Absolutely.
You need to, I don't care what your penis head is saying, but you don't want to put yourself and her in a position where it's uncomfortable. You want to make sure that she's comfortable and she knows she's safe with you. So, and he understands that. And I'm just like, you know what? You know, you didn't get it. Go in the bathroom,
Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do. Get it out your system, and then be done with it. But you don't want to make someone feel uncomfortable. So I do talk to him about consent and sex, and I want to know: have you talked to your oldest about sex? Because she's not old enough,
but she's old enough,
right, to get into that conversation.
Because the fact of the matter is, at this point in our children's life, they are looking and are hearing about sex
from the wrong sources.
Their
peers.
Absolutely. They are children. But you got some children that are watching porn under 10 watching porn. And it's not something that's far-fetched.
Right.
So what I think Jada should have done, and something I'm going to take heed to, is like you said, talk to my daughters in stages. Right now, I'm talking to them because in 2019, 2020, it was a big thing of being snatched.
Yes.
Watch your surroundings. Stay
Before
with
you
mommy.
In the child trafficking.
Right. In the sex ring, and you can't get out and you never see mommy again.
Right.
Like, I've been driving that in my children, my daughter, because Paisley's too small, you know, but Parker, I need for her to understand how severe, how important, how imperative it is that when you're out not to wander off. Right. Because these men are watching.
Right.
Or
people are
watching, and they're going to notice that.
It's not just men though.
Oh yeah,
it's the women that solicit for the Johns, the pimps, and whoever.
That's it. So I feel like in stages is a great thing. Right now, I'm teaching her to be cognitive of your surroundings. Watch what's going on. Stay with mommy. If you need to have if I have Paisley, and you need to have a hand on my thigh, pull my pants, pull my arm. I don't care.
Don't be afraid to scream.
I'm going to deal with it.
Right.
But do not, I repeat, do not allow anybody, male or female, to touch your vagina. Right. Your I don't call it her cookie box. I don't call it her.
Call it what it is.
Her potato chips. I don't.
Your cookie.
I don't call it none of that. Don't let anybody call or touch your vagina at any point in life, your butt or anything.
Right.
Your
if
you
breast, feel uncomfortable.
No, they can't touch nothing, because at this point, if y'all looking at porn at their age, they're probably like, ooh, don't let nobody touch your vagina or your butt or your breast.
Right. And it's that, and that's the gray area, because you do want eventually your children to appreciate sex.
Right. At some point. Not at a young age. Absolutely not.
Not.
Preferably when they get married.
But you do want, preferably when they get married, but you do want them to be secure in who they are as a sexual being.
Absolutely.
But you don't want them to feel like they're put in a position where they're compromised. And that's what the Red Table Talk was sort of about. It's like you're in a relationship with a partner, but do I really feel safe and comfortable with my partner? Like, can I tell that person, no, I don't want to have sex, or no, are you making me feel uncomfortable?
So it's so funny that you say that, because she brought up signals. Like, men take certain gestures as signal. Like, we may be at a club and he buy me a drink. He think that's a signal for he getting some.
Right.
Or we're on a date and he walks me to the door and I say, well, would you like to come in to talk more? Or would you like some coffee? Or would you like another drink? He thinks that I'm getting some.
That's a red light.
That's not my consent. And only my consent is,
yes,
give me some.
Give me some.
Put this condom on and give me some. Let me help you take your clothes off so you can help me take mine off.
I feel like the woman should take control in that situation, because we're the ones giving consent. Right. Even if I am approaching you in a sexual manner, I like to flirt.
I do too.
So if I'm flirting, that doesn't mean I want to jump on top of you. That just means
I'm friendly as hell. That's all that means. That's all it means.
Let me just dust this off real quick. This ain't been used in a little bit. This little flirt card.
Yeah, no. It don't mean I want to jump your bones.
Right.
No, sir. let me let you know I want sex.
Right.
And women, we are very we're very
We're
good.
very forward and letting you know that.
Yes. Especially if
And
we're
letting you know
dating
if we don't
you.
either.
Yes. Women, do not be scared to say no. Sometimes I can see where a woman would be
Even if you're in
intimidated.
the mix of it.
Yes.
Don't feel like you have to just because you took it to a certain level.
Right.
You can take it to another level and still be like, you know what, this is not what I want to do.
This is not what I want to do. Remember that if it's not what you want to do, speak up.
And don't do it.
Yep.
Nigga.
No. Yo, the last thing we want to talk about on Hot Topics is something that's like...
It's a little sad.
It is sad. It's not a little sad.
It's a lot sad.
Yeah,
and it's
but
something
it
that
needs
we've
to be
always,
brought.
that we've dealt with. I'm not going to say, well, we as in Black people.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the hashtag NSARS.
Yep.
So NSARS, and if for those who don't know, SARS, I'm not even gonna lie. When I first saw the hashtag NSARS, I was like,
What is that? What's going on?
No, I was like, well, isn't SARS over? Because there was like a virus.
It was like an epidemic or like
early
a
2000. It was the SARS virus, and it was another China virus.
Right.
And I was just like, okay, well, I ignored it because I was like, well, I thought it was just like erroneous information because, you know, on the internet, it's a double-edged sword. You could see stuff and it's just like, oh, whatever. So I kept seeing it and I kept seeing it. So clicked on the hashtag and then I saw what SARS actually meant. And SARS stands for the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. That's in Nigeria. And this squad, for people who don't know, Nigeria had like a super high crime rate in the early 90s.
Right.
So they started this SARS to combat the crime. So the good guys were supposed to take care of the bad guys. Supposed to. But the only thing is they never gave these police or the officers stipulations on how to combat the crime. So it's whatever goes. So if I see
sounds familiar, doesn't it? Okay, keep going.
So, well, here we have quote unquote laws, but they're not abided by the
Absolutely
the cops, but whatever.
Yeah.
But well, it's not whatever, but we're gonna table that. Whenever you see someone do a crime, you decide the punishment. There is like no, like, you know, here it's like if you
25 to life or...
Well, no, it's like if you resist arrest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can tase you.
Right.
Supposed to tase you.
Yeah.
Or if you run, I call for backup. These individuals literally had they can do anything that they wanted to the citizens who they felt like were doing a crime.
Very unfair.
So of course,
very unnatural.
as time goes on, that turned into a corrupt thing. So of course, I can abuse the system. I can see somebody and I can tell them because I'm a part of SARS. You're gonna. So in 2017, actually, there were some activists that were trying to abolish SARS. Of course, like in the United States.
Right. They're trying to.
I mean, here, police brutality has been going on for so long. So it's like their attempt to try to get rid of the police brutality. So that didn't help. So there was a video footage that surfaced, and it shined a light on the Nigerian police shooting 2 young individuals because of whatever reason. And they shot them outside of a hotel. Wow. And someone caught it on camera. And that's how we got to know their struggle.
Exactly.
So knowing their struggle, and this is the double-edged sword with like social media. I love social media because it shines a light on stuff like this. But you know, social media, people posting on social media, and then the fire started going. The flames started getting ignited.
First of all, this is a systematic problem.
Always.
It's not just a Nigeria problem. It's just not a United States of America problem. It's a systematic problem. At some point, we're going to have to get a government that's going to have to revise the police training the way that they handle situations.
But you know what's crazy? Mm-hmm. In response to the protests, the government decided to end SARS. They claimed they ended SARS, right? Mm-hmm. So that's just like defunding the police. You're going to defund them, but you're still going to give the same corrupt people that same position under a different name. Right. So they ended, quote unquote, ended SARS, but they established something called SWAT.
Child, please.
But with the same individuals. So you have the same
You got
individuals.
the same corrupt individuals in the same. You got the same. You got the same crackheads and put them in a different crack house.
In a different.
You see what I'm saying? Like, what the hell?
That's what it. And it's like you can't mask a problem.
Smoking the same crack.
What?
I was like, that wasn't funny.
That was funny. This is not funny, but that was funny. But I totally get that. Like, you can't mask it and call it, like, shit is shit.
Right. I mean, in a different toilet, but it's still
shit. Having an iPhone is like a symbol of status. Mm-hmm. You have money. If they see you with a nice car, they're going to pull you over. They're going to profile you. Yeah. So my whole thing is, I don't get that, and it's sad because it's our own people there
against their own people,
profiling them, and it's sad because I mean we experienced that here, and I have a black child. Yep, and I worry about, and he's away at college, and I worry about him all the time. I try not to let it consume me, but at the same time, if he was someplace like that, like he has nice things. Me and my husband work for nice things to be able to afford our kids nice things. Right. So why
are we being profiled?
Why are we being profiled?
That's just it. Why are we being profiled? It's so funny that you brought up being profiled.
What happened, girl?
What had happened was our topic that we want to talk about today.
What's that?
Do us as married women, do we unintentionally shame our single friends for being single?
I will say yes. I had thought about this before.
Okay. Give it to the people.
Okay. So, I have a homegirl.
Okay.
And she is sweet as pie. Mm-hmm. She is always there for all of her friends. I see how, like, loyal. And me and one of my other homegirls, we told her, we were like, if none of them bitches that you show up for.
None of them bitches. I love how you
show
said
up
that.
at your wedding.
I'm going to be pissed because I'm going to go off.
She is at every wedding. She is at every first kid's birthday party. She is at everything for her friends. Right. And I had caught myself asking her one day, I'm like, when you gonna get married? When you gonna have a man? When y'all gonna do stuff or whatever? Mm-hmm. And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? That's kind of wrong of me. Mm-hmm. Because maybe
I agree, Grace.
It is. Because maybe she does not.
Maybe she just hadn't met the right one.
Maybe she not have met the right one. She's super young, so she's still dating. And it's like, I don't think that and I thought about it, I was like, dang, you know what? It does sound bad of me to be like, well, when is it your turn? Mm-hmm. You know, always the bridesmaid, never the bride thing.
Never the bride, yeah.
But why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, but they look at it, I think single people. Single people. Right. I think single people look at it as being a bad thing because most women, we think about marriage from not all. We think about marriage from the time we're playing with dolls. The time we look at,
I ain't gonna lie, I was not thinking about no marriage ever in life.
Well,
not ever in life.
Most women, most girls, they play with dolls. They have a Ken and a Barbie. They have the Beauty and the Beast. They have all these Disney
romanticized figures of marriage,
when they're 2, 3 years old. So it's embedded in them from a young age that this is what a woman is supposed to do. Now, I think along the time we try, as parents, we try to, or that child looks at certain figures and looks at certain, things on TV or television or media or people in their family, and they fantasize about what they want to be in life, right? And they choose those things as they go, whether they want to be a lawyer or a dancer or a teacher, whatever it is, they kind of, go that path. But as from a young child, they're thinking about marriage. So, and when a woman gets 25 and she ain't got no man, she's like, oh my God, what is wrong?
You think
with
that's
me?
a Southern thing?
Girl, I think it's a woman thing because women everywhere are like that.
I gotta disagree. I was not the person that was like, I was always I love romance.
Right.
And I love like the romanticism of like the relationship. But
You like the companionship.
I like the companionship, but I never was like, oh, I just want to get married.
Neither was I.
I
the
might-
person that was married at 23.
Right. Maybe
Right.
maybe I was like, oh, I want a big wedding. That's a difference now. Because the wedding is the party. That's when you get fancied up and everything. But I don't think that I ever wanted to get married.
I wasn't either. Anybody in my family can tell you, like, I was not the person. I was not the person that wanted to be married. I wanted to travel. I thought I was gonna be like this big star, like actor.
It's
I don't
never
know
too
what.
late, my dear.
It's
So,
never too
hello.
late, but I'm just partaking in other opportunities,
Well, I mean, you
other
know, you can be
passions
famous
of
for that,
mine.
Two dope girls.
Two dope girls coming to you on HBO. We're just manifesting,
There you
guys. So, but yeah, so I didn't think I was the wanting to be married. But it didn't work out for me like that because, as you know, from last episode, I've been with Sean since I was 14.
Right.
So that was not my situation. Had I been
still mind
single,
blown.
right? Had I been single, that would be something that was different.
Right.
So that's something that brings another subject up for me as far as you've been single. So you can kind of give the aspect of a single woman's perspective on how it feels to be around other married women. Like, do you feel intimidated around other married women?
It can be intimidating, and
Why?
I'm going to say because it can be intimidating because they have that foundation. It's like a secret society marriage.
Wow.
It
I've never
really
heard of it like that.
is.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
It's like a secret society. It's like we talked about last week. No one ever told you about the complications you will run into in marriage.
I get that. I get that it feels like a secret society,
right.
like this sorority that you can't get in. But sis, you can, and it's amazing. It's a great thing.
But if you don't want to.
But if you don't want to,
That's
that's
okay,
okay
too.
But let me tell you something. Like I said in my motivational moment last episode, you need to make sure you know who you are. It takes time to do that. You cannot do that
Sprinkle
at
it.
21, 22, 23.
Right.
I didn't know who the hell I was. But when I got married,
Girl, I
I'm
just
just
figured
now
that out
figuring
not
that
too-
bitch out right now.
I just
like,
figured
who
that
are
out
you?
not too long ago.
Bitch, who are you? Oh, I get it now. I
It's
know who
funny
you
you
are.
say that because me and my husband actually had that conversation last night. And somewhat of that conversation. And we were talking about, like, you have to know and value who you are as an
Right.
individually
Before
yes, you get into a relationship.
Stop the press. That is the best advice a person can give you when you're going into or you're thinking about marriage. Like, if you don't know who you are, the things that you want out of life, you need to stop and reevaluate yourself. Not reevaluate
You have to love
your spouse.
yourself. You can't look for love in someone
You
else.
cannot, because they can
Who
disappoint
said that?
you.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Who was that? Jaheim. Looking for love in all the wrong
And
places.
he definitely was looking for love. I don't know what he looking for love.
But you
at.
do have to find something with it. I mean, you have to know yourself
Right.
in order to know who you want to be in love with. And it's okay if you are single and you want to be single for as long as you want to be single.
Don't let nobody that's married intimidate you.
Right. And you want, until you meet that person that you feel like you are supposed to be with, don't let people shame you. Because you're single.
And what y'all don't know is, single women, I'm about to give y'all the tea. We really hating on you. We really hating on y'all. Like, we like, I want to go a day. I want a man.
It's just getting up and going and doing what I want to do.
And doing what I want to do and not having to ask this man and get his approval and can he go up?
But you know, it's not about asking getting approval. It's about respect.
It is about
because
respect.
Because at the same time, we want them to respect us as well. So I get that. I totally get that. And I do sometimes feel like I have to ask for approval. But I want him to do the same.
But LaDonna going to give you the raw, the unfiltered part of this situation, of this topic.
What's that?
All you got to do is make that nigga feel like he told you yes. Period, sis. All you got to do is say, babe, I was really thinking I was really thinking about, and do you mind, even though you already paid for the ticket, you got your room and board, like, you got the excursions.
And if he say no, you gonna tell him you already purchased it because
it was at a good rate. He don't want to waste
no money.
And that's where you started. That's where you started, sis. You started the money. You say, baby, I saved on this. The ticket was only this.
Oh, okay. You could go ahead. Go ahead.
I just gave y'all some information. Listen.
Don't tell nobody.
Right. Don't tell nobody. Not even my husband.
Even though he's listening.
Right. Hey, but listen, yes.
Don't shame your single friends. Don't shame. Guys.
But you know what? The last thing I want to talk about is I feel like my single friends shame me for being married. Like, I feel like they feel like my life is so perfect that's where you should be. That's where you want to be at all times.
Single friends, if you guys are looking to get married,
please tell the people.
Please do not enter into it lightly. Know that your single days of what you really want to do, when you want to do it, how you want to do it.
Come on, preach. Preach to the people. Hey, man.
It is over. So, please don't envy us.
Don't.
Now, granted, like I said last week,
it's beautiful.
I love my husband.
I do. I love being married.
I do love being married. I love the security. Yeah. I love knowing that I have someone there to support me. But also, there is another side that, there is.
Life changes. It becomes redundant. It becomes boring. It becomes, I'm going to give you unfiltered people.
You have to.
Listen, it can be a lot to be married. So with single friends, when your married friends are telling you the things,
take your time,
the things that you're going through, we want you to be patient with us, just like we have to be patient with you, because we're going through some shit with this man that you don't necessarily have to go through. You're thinking like, oh my God, you have a man.
You can kick his ass out when you want to kick his ass out. We have to live with that man and look at him and be like, you know what? I could really strangle your ass right
but
now.
I can't, because I gave God the vows that I was going to love you
through sickness and health, rich or for poor.
Wait, see, you don't even know that part, because that part ain't even relevant.
Look, I'm
poor ain't even relevant to us. He can't be poor, y'all.
I'm stumbling. I can't even say it
because he can't be poor. Period.
He can't do it. It's but like for richer or for richer.
Right.
For richer. That flows.
Yes, it does flow. So you guys, we have to be patient with each other. You have to be patient with your single friends, just like you guys need to be patient with us, your married friends, because we're all going through something at some point in time, and we need support from our friends.
So we envy you just like you guys envy us. So take your time. And don't enter into this union lightly because it is nothing to be entered into lightly.
And married people, don't be
too overzealous and jealous of your single friends because
to dip
just
into
know
those.
that nigga could leave her at any time, just like yours too. But I'm just saying, but he's more likely not to.
Don't think that the single life is popping so much that you're missing out on something.
Because you really like to stay at home anyway. You don't like to be in these streets.
I'm telling you, I was laid up last night watching
that's the best
Lovecraft for the second time.
We started watching that. And don't look, because I saw you put it on your IG story about watching the season finale. Yes, don't tell me.
Y'all.
We're getting on episode 4.
It took me a minute. So you have to keep watching Lovecraft.
No, right.
Some people are going, I'm that person. I was like, friend, why am I watching this? It's crazy, but it's so good. It got to the point where I was like, Sunday, come now.
I love Journey Smollett.
I love her. I'm going to watch anything she's in.
I love her. Yes. So I was like, ooh, my son put me on that.
Really?
He did. He was like, Ma, you got to watch it. Warren. And I was like, okay, son. Right. But then I kept hearing a lot of people say it, but he put me on a little something.
It's good. I love when we are in a different light other than just being dope dealers and strippers, even though we still waiting at the gates
when
for
she
Uncle
bust
Clifford.
Out them crackers windows.
You hear me?
She's
it had so many plots. It just depicts so many issues in a different
country.
It
so
put
good.
us in a different light. It put different issues in a different light.
Single friends, don't
envy us.
Don't envy your married friends too much. Because it's a secure relationship, it's a beautiful relationship, but enjoy the time you have being single. Enjoy your life. Not to say you're not, and I say that as if like when you get married, it's like dun dun.
No,
dun,
I had your married part. I had your married part. You were saying enjoy
your life.
Enjoy your life.
Enjoy just the freedom of being single.
And then
when
it's time for you to find
you're going to have somebody to turn up with.
Yes, you're going to have your turn up party. Because
and he can't say no.
He's going to be your best friend because you're going to listen to two dope girls and they told you to reevaluate your situationships and figure out who you are and what it is that you want in life. So when you get married, but you're going to marry the person, the man of your dreams.
Yes.
And he's going to be your best friend. You're going to be able to travel with him. You're going to be able to do everything with him as well as have your own time with your friends. Yeah.
Oh, and that's the beauty of being married too.
Absolutely.
I forgot to say that part because you're like, if he's like, hey, I'm going to hang with my guy. Bye. See you. Oh, take your time coming back.
Yeah. Be careful.
Be careful. Pick up something to eat on your way home too.
Because I didn't cook.
Because I'm not going to cook. Okay. So enjoy your time. But just know that when you do reach that part of your life, single people, and you find that person that you're with, just make sure that that person understands
what you need.
And
you understand what they need.
And that makes for the most beautiful relationship.
Beautiful union, y'all.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. Guess what? We about to talk about the game. Oh yeah. This was one of my favorite shows at the time when it came out.
Okay. So, you guys, last week we did Girlfriend Talk.
Yep. Which I loved.
Which I loved too. And I'm glad you guys loved it as well.
Yes, got a lot of good feedback.
Yes, we did. So, this week we are going to do something called... I don't know what the fuck am I thinking. Wait. Hold on. My goodness, that's funny. I know, I'm sorry. Hold on. It's called Giving You the Game.
The Game.
And this is from, if you hadn't heard from the title, the show, The Game on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we've been binge watching The Game. We've been binge watching Girlfriends.
Yep.
And if you guys are binge watching any other shows and you have questions that are relatable,
absolutely,
let us know.
Please.
Okay, so for this one, I have a question. And this is what episode is this?
Was it episode 8? Season 1?
It was episode 1. I mean, season 1, episode 8. Yeah, you're right. Girl, look at you.
You know, I try to be on it every now and again.
Okay. So Melanie had lunch with her ex, Trey Wiggs. And Trey Wiggs was this big time football star. And, you know, her boyfriend, Derwin, was just getting started. Melanie did not tell him that she was having lunch with Trey.
That was the first end. Right.
So Derwin found out, and he was just like, what's up? Like, why are you having lunch with Trey Wiggs, of all people? Like, this highly successful football star, megastar. And he's just a rookie. He's trying to get his, you know, his wings.
Right.
But even if he wasn't a rookie, even if he was your husband or my husband,
Right.
how would you feel about you finding out your husband was having lunch or just cocktails, drinks, whatever, with another female that wasn't you and you didn't know?
I would be pissed. Okay, I would be pissed only because I did not know. Now, if in their situation, Trey, Derwin, and Mel, they went to college together and they were known constituents of each other. So it wasn't like it was somebody just totally new or stranger. But what the problem was is that Derwin and Trey, or Derwin didn't like Trey. Whether Trey liked Derwin, that had nothing to do with it.
But why didn't he like Trey?
He didn't like Trey because he felt intimidated by Trey. I don't think it had anything to do with Melanie, and it could have.
I don't think so.
But he felt intimidated by Trey, and he put that intimidation on Melanie.
Right.
Which made her had to sacrifice her friendship. That's what I didn't like.
That's what I didn't like either, because you come into the relationship with a friend.
Right.
That
I should be able to
of.
keep that friend.
You should be able to keep that friend. I should be able to keep that friend.
Right.
But any outside friend, I don't know you.
You don't need you don't need no more female.
Who is this? This is not our friend.
Nope.
She don't know you.
Nope. She
I
got to
don't
go.
know her.
Why she here?
Why?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Bitch. I'm
Right. You are not wanted here. Bye.
Right.
Go find you a man.
So I get where Derwin was coming from, because I would be upset.
Right.
But at least tell me.
Yeah.
Because she didn't translate that to him. Like, if you didn't communicate that with him, I can see why he got upset.
Absolutely.
If you were like, hey, Trey is in town.
I'm going to meet him.
First
Now,
of all,
I'm asking.
I'm going to extend the invitation to you as well.
Okay.
Because I'm going to say, hey, Trey is in town. He asked me to go out. Do you want to come?
Yeah. Because that's my friend.
Because that is my friend, and I want you to know that there is nothing going on. So, of course, I'm going to extend an invitation. Yeah. If you're like, okay, go ahead, then I'm going to go ahead without you.
Let me tell you something. If a woman extends an invitation to her man to go to somewhere with another man,
you're not being hidden.
Yeah. You're not being hidden. Trust me.
There's no entanglement going on there.
We can get over with some things.
Right.
So if we're inviting you, that means there's nothing there.
Right.
You please not be intimidated.
Just take the invitation and come on.
Yeah.
But you know, some men will probably like, oh, no, I don't want to come. Just come on.
Just come on.
You never know what time you're going to have.
Absolutely. And
you get to know my friend.
And you get to know and he knew her. But my thing was, at first, when I was watching the episode over for the probably umpteenth time, because I love the game.
Me too.
It was like, what is Derwin sacrificing? And I feel like that in everyday life, like we feel like we have to sacrifice so much as women to be in a relationship, whether it's married or just dating or just talking. We feel like we have to sacrifice so much to be in these relationships.
We do.
But what is the man sacrificing?
His ego?
Being monogamous?
His ego?
Maybe.
Maybe his ego?
I mean, Derwin didn't sacrifice until he let go of Dion. And he wasn't going to let go of Dion, even though she let him know how uncomfortable she felt with Dion being his
and he
brand
tried to like sweep it over,
right? But it didn't
like
become an issue until
she
did the same thing.
Girl.
Isn't that crazy, right? Men are
sounds familiar.
Right, sounds familiar. But that's what we have to deal with. It just is what it is. So with cheating, in the male role, if he catch a woman cheating, all hell breaks loose. He is going to, think somebody killed him, brought him back to life. And it's just different. If we catch our man cheating, the man almost feels like we should forgive them automatically, and we should just allow them to see the change and see the transformation.
Times for them, it's not emotional.
Yeah. But how do I know that?
That's true too.
Some men are emotional.
They are.
They get emotionally attached to a woman.
They do. But sorry, I wouldn't even stick around to know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah. And if you decide to stick around and know, like Tam says, that's your business.
That's your business, and I'm not gonna judge you.
I ain't gonna judge you. We're
gonna
judge your man.
No,
I'm not gonna judge you.
I ain't gonna judge, but I'm just gonna look at you.
That's your relationship. If you give your man a chance to get it right, then that's your business.
Right.
Now, if he continues to mess up and you come to me,
a habitual cheater,
right,
then that's an issue.
That's gonna be an issue. But like we were saying about Derwin, he didn't sacrifice until he felt like he needed to sacrifice to prove a point. Right. That's how I felt.
Right.
He only let Dion go when he felt like he needed to prove a point to Mel that she couldn't continue to see or befriend.
Because Trey. I'm giving up something, so you give up something.
So it's okay now for you to give up something.
But why do I have to give up a friendship, a lifelong friendship? Now, mind you, he could have he did like Melanie. Because, later on, if you're a game watcher,
we figured that out.
We figured it out.
Men knew. Men know. They
know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he didn't cross that line of being disrespectful.
He didn't.
Of like showing his feelings towards Melanie.
Right.
And disrespecting Derwin.
Right.
He was just like, hey, I'm in town. My mom's in town. You want to see her? Because if you're friends with the family.
Right.
So, I mean.
It was a friendship.
A friendship.
I mean,
so I don't feel like I would have to give up. I wouldn't want to give up a friend of mine, and honestly, I wouldn't want to have to fight my partner on giving up on a friend of mine. Just like I wouldn't want him to fight me, even though I don't think he would. But it's like if I don't feel comfortable, and if I knew my partner, I know him enough to know he would not have someone around me that would cross that line.
Right. You would hope and you would think.
I would hope and think.
Right. Because Grace is crazy, y'all.
Sure.
Yeah. We're going to leave it at that.
We'll leave it at that. Some people got some stories to tell. Hopefully y'all don't tell these stories.
But look, one thing I like before we get off of this is the difference of how her friends came at her to help her, support her through the situation, right?
Right.
So you had Tasha on one hand, the black girl.
Tasha Mack.
Tasha Mack. The one that was saying, get your life, this your life, do you, however you feel. Trey is only a friend, so you shouldn't have to sacrifice a friend to be in the relationship with.
Which is still true.
But then you had Kelly, the good person on this shoulder, was her advice was,
what did Kelly say?
I don't care how you feel your relationship should be equal or parallel. It's not. You're in a totally different world. She was giving her some good advice as far as the world she's in, the environment she's in, which is a football professional,
a completely different environment
than me and you.
Than you and I, right?
Right. And if you're going to be in this environment, this is how you're going to have to do things.
Right.
She didn't take her advice.
She did not take her advice.
So she had to learn the hard way.
And she went out with him again.
And got caught up.
Right, because you can't have... And
even though it was...
We still have to think about them and their stupid asses.
Right.
So it's like you have to get out there. You don't want to put yourself out there and then it got publicized. Right. And then now your man is looking crazy. Because
to his friends. Right.
Because now you're out with this superstar player. And
you're just a
rookie.
That's it.
At the time.
Yep.
So that's going to make him feel
their
insecure.
Ego is very fragile, y'all.
Why we got to care about their ego?
Because or get a woman. Hell, you choose. Hell, their ego probably fragile.
Stupid.
Our ego fragile too.
Our ego's fragile. Who care about our egos?
Right.
Our
Exactly.
friends, our
Exactly.
homegirls. But I can't lay down with them.
I know. I mean,
some of y'all
I
do,
don't
and
judge
that's okay, but
anybody that
some
can't, that
of
does. But I'm just saying, I like what I
Right.
like. You know, it just is what it is. But anyways, I love that episode. It was great. It ended off of where Derwin wouldn't talk to Mel, and you know he was being a F boy, as we call them.
Darren is such a simp. But
He
whatever.
is, and I can't stand that. But that's how the episode ended. Mel had she basically had to call back the one person she acted a fool about.
Yes.
To fix the situation. So
Don't do it, girls. I'm
Yes.
just telling you, don't do it. Stick to your guns.
Stick
If you
to
keep your friends.
Keep your friends.
Keep the friends that don't want to be with you, though.
I'm going to give some women. We like to ride the line.
We do.
We like to ride that line, and in marriage or
Among other
in your
things.
situationship, right? Period. Yeah. Correct. When you're in your situationship or your relationship or your marriage, you cannot ride that line.
You do have to sacrifice.
Yeah.
There is sacrifice.
And you're going to want your man to sacrifice as well.
Right. It's not one way. As much as we want it to be, it's not one way.
It's not one way. So we're going to get off of that. Do we have a question?
Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. We do. So we're going to move off of that, but let's get to the advice question. So this one actually came from a man.
Ooh.
So it says, I'm meeting my girlfriend's parents for the first time. I mean, it could be a woman. I don't know. But the name seems like a man name. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm meeting my girlfriend's parents for the first time. And I'm not ready to really meet her parents. We've been dating for almost a year. And I'm just having fun. I didn't realize it would be this serious.
Wow.
Right. I don't bring girls to meet my folks. So what do I do? LaDonna, before I get to him, you tell him what he should do.
Okay, listen. Sir, ma'am. This got to be a
Whoever.
sir.
I think it's a guy.
Yeah,
I think
this
it's a
got
guy.
to be a sir. You have to be upfront and personal. This is some crap I do not understand. You can let us know as women what your position is. Because guess what?
Just be upfront and honest.
We're going to have sex with you regardless if we want to have sex. You can say, you know what? I was just with Keisha 2 nights ago, but I really like having fun with you.
Right.
And I'm going to be like, okay, cool.
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it. You
And
know
if
what I'm saying?
she leave it, I mean, there will be
There are
another
so
one.
many other women out there. Like, just be upfront with the girl that you're with. Let her know that you're not ready for all of that.
Right.
And she gonna either be okay with the fact that she may pull back. Because she may not leave you, but she definitely will pull back because in her mind, she's thinking of this. She's on a path. She's like, okay, we've met. We connected. We got a good relationship. We probably have added sexual activities to our relationship,
To say the least.
to say the least. Now,
If
what's
you meet
next?
the parents, you having more than
So
sexual
I
activity.
really like you. I'm probably up on the word love you. And now I want you to meet my parents to see how they feel about you. See what their vibe is with you. Because if they can't vibe with you, then that's a whole nother story.
Right.
So that's her path. Now if you're not ready to go there, you need to let her know, hey, let's just not pump the brakes on our relationship. Let's figure this out. Let's get to a place where we both want to meet each other's parents so that maybe we can put them in the same environment.
Right. And the fact that you said that, it seems to me like she's in a relationship
And you ain't.
and
You in a
you're not in a
situationship.
relationship. You're in a
Entanglement.
situationship. You say you've been dating for almost a year and you're just having fun. I don't know how old you are,
Yeah.
but I just want you to understand that when you're dealing with women, it's perfectly okay. And I recommend that you ask them in the beginning, or you state in the beginning what you want out of the relationship, so there's no confusion.
Right.
Get it out the way early, because if she thinks you're an asshole for saying that, then you're just going to be an asshole for saying that. But if she respects you for saying that, then you guys have an understanding of where you are in your relationship.
Right.
And if you are meeting her parents or she wants you to meet her parents, in turn, she's going to want to meet yours and you're not there. And it says like, I don't bring girls to
Around
meet
my
my
parents.
folks. So if you're going to go to meet her parents, don't. Because she's going to want to come and meet yours. And you're not going to want her to meet your parents. So
I really want this feedback, men.
Yes.
The ones that's listening, the question I want to ask you, and the way I feel about the situation is, I feel like men know if they're going to wife a girl up or not. Well, after 6 months, in 6 months, within 6 months, they know of dating whether this girl can be the one or not. So, with that being said, why do you continue to allow this situation to keep going?
Maybe the sex is good.
So say that we're fuck buddies. Say we're friends with benefits, right?
I mean, but if you're dating almost a year, you're going to just roll up into her and say, hey, we fuck buddies now. I'm sorry, I don't want to meet your parents. No, I'm probably going to stab you or something. I'm not really, but
I mean, but you're going to be
upset.
pissed.
Yes.
You're going to pull out of...
Bang, 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 Tasha.
What's the girl on, she was so pretty.
Oh.
On, it's not Best Man, is it The Brothers?
Oh, the wife who pulled out the gun, or the girl who was in the wedding dress, and she pulled out the gun. Yeah,
I'm gonna pull one of those.
Yes.
Yeah, if you wait a year to tell me that you're only having fun, it's gonna be a problem. So men, don't wait. Yeah, don't play with our emotions like that. That's how you get these crazy females. So don't be saying, "Oh, she crazy." No, you made her crazy. Something you
contributed to that.
Yeah, something you did triggered that crazy, right? So if you're upfront with her, she has no reason to feel a certain way about you saying, "Remember when I said I just wanted to take things really slow, and you said you was okay with that? I need you to be okay with that, or we need to move on." Okay, sir, I'm gonna need you to get this right, to make this right.
Right.
And you got about this amount of time, like that amount of time to make it right, because her feelings are already all up in it.
So, person, whoever you are,
yeah.
please just in the relationship, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if you're just playing around and she wants you to meet parents, you guys are not on the same page.
Right.
And it's not going to work, especially if you waited a whole year to just communicate to her that you don't want to meet the parents or you are just having fun and it's not really serious, because that's what I'm taking it as, because if you're just having fun, it's not serious. So just tell her and just get rid of it. And next relationship you get in, just be forthcoming.
Yep.
Because we really take someone who is forthcoming.
We respect them.
I
can respect that.
Tell me, look.
I may not like it.
Right.
But
I can just tell you to get your ass on.
Right. I can respect it.
But you're not wasting my time. I'm not wasting yours. And you're not wasting the possibility of me possibly killing you or like damaging your property or anything like that. So just save yourself some stress.
Like trying to throw a match in a car and like the car almost blowing me up. No, what's that video of that girl that went
that whole she got pushed back into that.
I know she ain't got no eyebrows
she ain't
or something.
Got nothing.
Something.
She got them things tattooed on now.
Right. But I hope that helped you, sir, ma'am, whoever wrote the question. We appreciate you giving us that question and allowing us to give you our unsolicited or solicited advice.
Then let us know what happened. Just email us back and let us know what happened with that relationship. I feel like it's going to go to the dumps, but whatever.
But yeah, hopefully it didn't. Hopefully you realize that she's a great girl. If she's a great girl.
I'm sure she's a great girl, but he ain't shit. He trash. So I'm sorry, sir. Write in another question though, but thank you.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Love you.
Y'all know I like to, we like to end with a motivational segment, just kind of our little tidbit to keep you going for the week, our little encouragement. One thing I took away from this week was I had one of my social media friends posted a picture. She graduated, and I responded to the picture and said, "Congratulations, continue to strive for greatness." And then I started thinking like, greatness, but what if the next person doesn't feel like going to school is their greatness.
Really?
What is your thoughts? What is your meaning of success for your life is what I'm saying. Strive for whatever you feel like success means to you, whatever you feel like greatness means to you. Whatever you're passionate about, strive for it. Do not put it on the back burner for nobody. Life is so short. You are so important. You are so worth it. You are so worth everything that God has for you. Figure out what success looks like for you and strive for it every day. Do not give up. Always give in to yourself. Give in to who and what you want to be in life.
Absolutely.
And with that being said, grace.
So, taking control of your life.
Boom.
Okay, so we are going to take control of our life by voting.
Yes, ma'am.
In this next election, November 3rd, it's coming up.
Yep.
Few days away, less than 2 weeks away.
Yep.
And we want to make sure that you guys are, hopefully you've registered, because by now I'm sure it's too late.
Yeah.
But hopefully you've registered, you've encouraged the people in your life who are eligible to register. And we just want to make sure that this next chapter in our lives, because 2020 has been such a bitch, y'all.
Yeah.
But I feel like it has been a year of reflection.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's been a year of purging
and
transition, and we about to vomit this fucked up ass system out of our Constitution and just proceed with the people in mind. So with that being said, you guys vote.
I don't care who. I care who you vote for, but I don't care who you vote for. I just
make
need
your voice
you
heard.
Yes, this is your voice. This is your time to say what you got to say through pen and paper. The most legal way to lift every voice and sing. Do you hear what I'm saying?
There you go.
You know,
the Negro national anthem.
Yes, lift your voice up. Go to the poll. I don't care how long you have to stay out there. It's so worth it. Your voice is worth it. You are worth it. And how would you find out if where you need to vote?
So you guys can go to Ballot Ready. That's BALLOTREADY.com and find who is on your ticket in your state. It's not just the presidential election. There are still people in your local state elections that are up for votes, and I encourage you guys to go ahead and see who's up for election and just research these people and see if they are people that you want to put in your local government, because the local government and the local elections have a big effect on the national elections and who you're voting for president. So, I mean, they represent your state. So get out there, get to voting. And also, you guys, go to vote.org, because you can find out where your voting station and your polling station is. And I was telling LaDonna not too long ago how I'm sending for my son to come here to vote, because I checked his voter registration on vote.org and Ballot Ready, and we did an absentee ballot before he went to school, went away to college, and they still have not sent him his absentee ballot.
They're trying us.
They are trying us. And I'm like, you know what? This is not one that we can't take this lightly. Your vote needs to count. And I want you to know that your vote counts. So,
and it's his first time voting.
And it's his first time voting. So I got him a ticket to come home. So he's going to come home Sunday, and he's going to leave right after election. And he's going to go back to school, and we're going to make sure that his vote counts. Yep. And you guys, I super, super, super encourage you. If I know it's COVID and I know it's like trying times, and it's kind of hard to want to help people out because you don't want to put people in danger because of the virus. Right. But if you know, like people who are at home, who are quarantining, and they need rides, like just consider like, hey, put on a mask, I'll take you. But we need to get out there and make our votes count.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What? Episode 2 in the books.
Yeah. And this is 2 among
millions, I hope.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Y'all, we just thank y'all for coming in and chilling with us another time.
Yeah.
Two dope girls out.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Dope girls, dope the dope girls, dope girls, dope the dope girls.